in the back seat. You need to get out. You gonna sit in the back seat today? You need to get out. I'm not sitting in the back seat.
My mom is coming, so I ain't gonna lie. You gonna have to get it done. What you mean?
What you mean you're not coming?
It's not that deep. Just sit in the back seat.
Okay, bye. Y'all not married anyway, honey. I mean, we just going somewhere. You act like you gotta sit in the back seat forever. Okay, bye. That's real crazy. Like what?
Sometimes you have things that make you go, right? Okay. And this is one of those things. Like the whole live yesterday was to point out the matriarchy, or what I call the gynocracy, and who's actually in charge. And so that's why I played the clip of Mama. Now, whether you think Mama should ride in the front, girlfriend should ride in the back, or whatever the situation is, it's an outside of the box thing. Which I always know that the manosphere, the black manosphere especially, is a bunch of stray cats. Okay. And you trying to keep them directed in a certain direction is almost impossible. And they're gonna splinter. And I use that video not to talk about who's supposed to ride in front and what order is supposed to ride in front and that kind of crap. I said, I could have cared less. And if the man had stepped in and told the girlfriend to get in the back seat because Mama's riding in front, I'd have had no problem with it. However, the way he wanted to order his life, I would have no problem with it, had the man done it. Well, what the clip showed me in a lot of ways is the brainwashing that people have. Now, people always say, well, it's up to the men, and men are independent thinkers, and yada, 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 and it doesn't matter, yada, yada. Bullshit, okay? I've heard utter hogwash. That one clip proved to me a lot of what I already thought, is that the gynocracy and the matriarchy has us by the short hairs. Because everybody ignored the attitude of the mother, because the attitude of the mother was normal. What the mama did was absolutely normal because we heard it 1,000 times. And so we went right past what mama did in the disrespectful manner that mama did it in to somebody that we're dating or supposed to be intimate with. Because I'm going to tell you, if I'd have been the woman, that would have been the last day that I'm seeing you. For me to be sitting in the front seat when we're going someplace, and for your mama to come over and disrespect me and talk to me like I'm a child. Because that's exactly what mama did. She talked to that white girl, care whether she's white, black, Asian, whatever it is. Like that person is a child, a grown person like that's a child. And then for you as a man to back it up, the white girl did the right thing. I forget it. You can go with your mama to wherever it is. I'm gonna get in my car and I'm going home, and you can go find yourself another girlfriend. The blatant disrespect that mama showed that girl and the boy, her son, in that moment, instead of being gracious enough. Now, preferably what she should have done if her son didn't do what she thought was appropriate. She should have gotten the back seat when they got to wherever they're going. She could have discussed it with him if she felt that he was out of pocket. Instead of making a scene right then and there and disrespecting not only him, but herself and the whole family by doing that. And nobody said anything. Everybody blew all past that. I'm not saying everybody. All past that. In a disrespectful manner, she, instead of going at the girl, she should have gone to the son. Go talk to him. Say, hey, you know what? I don't want to ride in the back seat. I think I should ride in the front. That's what should have happened, and let him make the decision. She thought that she had a right in his car, in his house, in his car to say something like that to her because she runs the family. And the little white girl has to get in line because the boss is here. Which points to me that the Winter Soldier chip is alive and well in young people as well as old folks. Because I just had a video that Michelle Obama could not have said that to young people because young people are on a different thing, and maybe they are. Perhaps they are. If they are, good for them. But for me to show this and young people react the exact same way that people have in the past, because guess what? I showed a video in the 1970s, right? Where black men said they weren't going to go back and be spoken to a certain way and treated a certain way. And black women were going to have to get in line. That was 1970, right? Got damn near 60 years later, guess what? Black men ain't done shit. They followed the same tact. And it took the manosphere, the black manosphere, 10 years to convince black men that they have a right and a voice to speak up for themselves outside of the black community. It took 10 years for that. And 10 years to educate and reorient men and black men. And we still get pushback. Just like somebody sent me a video of men arguing in the barbershop about what Obama said, okay? You can hear the gynocratic thinking that's still in black men, still strong. Dear Mama is still with us. That's like Joy Reid and Whoopi Goldberg and all these other people can say what they say in front of your face, and guess what? You do nothing. You have no pushback. You had nothing to say. There is no cross the board. She should be sanctioned or censored or nothing like that. Nothing like that. She can boldly say it because of what? Ain't nothing gonna happen, and what black men are gonna get behind her and back her up. Because that's the way you think. And the first thing they're going to do is get online and tell us how we lead the community, and we don't get in line, and we don't accept this kind of treatment or anything else like that, right? Because damn sure if Obama had gone in on women like that, women would have been up in arms. There'd have been TikToks and videos and all kind of crap jumping on him. Had a woman been driving and the boyfriend in the front seat, and dad approached the boyfriend like that, because we know I'm a dad. I got 2 girls, and if we're going somewhere and her boyfriend's in the front seat, okay, he's in the front seat. If I'm riding in the back with the kids, I'm riding back with the kids, and I'm riding back with my grandchildren. I have no issue with that. In fact, in most other cultures, like in Indian, Latino, basically, mama automatically gets in the back seat with the kids. My grandmother, back in the day, automatically got in the back seat. I'm from an older generation. My mother got in the back seat with the grandchildren. And for a woman mama to actually come up as status because that ain't your wife, and until that's your wife, my place is next to my son, which for the skit is fine. But the thing is, well, when I read the comment section, 90% of people agree with it and blow past mama's attitude and say that men should give their mama a place of honor over their love interest. Now, if the girl in question, the woman in question, wants to agree with the order of things and get in the back seat, she should have done it automatically. The matriarch, well, the thing is, if it's a patriarch, that woman has no right to speak up. She needs to go to her son or her husband, whoever it is, and discuss it with him and let him make the ruling. That didn't happen. He was told what to do. She was told what to do, and then he had to follow it. That's why he said it underneath his breath, because he was embarrassed. His mama shamed him and embarrassed him in front of his love interest. Then told her it wasn't no big deal, and treated her just like she was 5 years old instead of a grown adult that's sleeping or whatever she's doing with her boyfriend, which is the mindset I was trying to tease out. Could care less who rides in front. Could care less how you organize your car. If you think it's more important for mama to have the status of riding in the front seat with you, that is perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine. But my mother would never, if I'm older, would never approach somebody, a friend, a girlfriend, whoever it is, or a guest that's in my car like that, and then dare me to say something about it. I don't care who you are. If you have to humble yourself for that moment, you have to humble yourself for that moment. We can work it out. But that kind of attitude is never okay, and I've seen it too many times. Which is why I'm a Sigma, which I don't kowtow to the gynocracy like that. Can't speak to me that way. And I've had women, older women, gynocratic women, try to speak to me that way. And I'm accommodating to a point until they get out of line. And I've checked women from 8 to 80, really from 8 to damn near 100 that way. There's a point that I will accept your seniority, but there's a point, unless you are my direct lineage, that you can speak to me that way. My mother cannot speak to me that way or do to any of my guests what that woman did. You call yourself a patriarchy, okay? That would have never happened in a patriarchy. So to say that this is not a matriarchy or that you're patriarchal, bullshit. If you agree with what that woman did, then it's bullshit. Okay, you're a matriarch. You're just as gynocratic as your woman, in my opinion. And everybody saying that mama was right proves my point. And that wasn't even the major part of the video. Nobody talked about what Dennis said. Nobody talked about what Whoopi said. Everything what Nina Turner played, which was what I put out front, everybody blew right past it and honed right in on that little 30-second skit, maybe a minute skit. That's why I played it. I knew it hit home. I know that you saw it. I knew that you would have an opinion. I knew that you would have a feeling about it. The gynocracy has you, Neo. Wake up. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say on this one. It's BGS out, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.